guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're gonna be trying, testing and reviewing together another of those Fenty products. It's the Fenty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. It's supposed to be a concealer cum brightener, and we will be testing that out very soon. But before we do that, let's just check what Fenty Beauty says about it. So Fenty does state it is light as air, sheer to buildable coverage which lasts, and we will check those factors for sure. But these are each for 25 bucks and they come in about 10 ml of product each. Now as you can see, these are squeeze tubes. They have screw on cap, and then you have these shades that can be used as a brightener or even a concealer. It does come in 16 shades, and if you have ever purchased the Pro Filter from Fenty Beauty, you would also get a comparable shade to see on the website. Today I am testing 3 shades. I have Butter with me, Peach and Melon. Now I was just on the website and I noticed the brand does claim that it is crease, humidity and sweat resistant. It is a long wear formula which we will be testing. Now let's get to the actual product. I did choose colors for medium light to medium skin tone, and let's just go over each of them quickly. I selected Butter, which is a soft yellow for color correcting deeper under eyes, Melon as a highlighter shade, and Peach is to brighten and color correct. Because we will be testing it, I wanted to have my base ready. So I already have my foundation on and my eyes and lips are pretty much done. I did only use cream products. I wanted to powder it down only after I had my concealer on. So let's just get this started. Not sure if I actually showed you while I was swatching this. If you see the consistency of the product, it is very light. It is thin and it's not as opaque in order to be able to conceal. As I'm moving it around, it does feel like almost a liquid to powder finish. It's starting to dry out, but it doesn't dry out very quickly, so you can still move it around while it's still wet. At least on my hand, it does feel very comfortable to wear. It's so light, you can barely notice that there's something on your skin. But that's something that I wanted to show, at least on my hand. We will be getting now onto the eyes. I will be starting with the Peach shade because I want to start with color correcting. Looking at the consistency, I'm going to be using a brush instead of a sponge, mainly because I don't want the product to be soaked up in the sponge, and I can see that happen because the product is so light and thin. It's almost watery. Now that I have Peach on my blush, let's just start with the outer edge. As you can see, it does show on my skin, so it's a good color, at least for my skin tone. Now this is just one layer of peach on one side of my eye, and you can notice a difference in both the eyes. It does give a very light, almost yellowish tinge on my olive skin tone, and I'm not sure why, because it was supposed to be peach. And now that it's sitting on my skin, it's very comfortable. It is not starting to crease, but I mean, I would always powder it. The only thing that I am not very happy about is the coverage. It is very sheer and not really light coverage. Now that we have tested Peach on this side, let's just use a little bit of Butter because that's also a color corrector and not really a concealer. I'm using the same brush because I'm going to be using it on the same under eye. So the color is very light, probably for my skin tone, but we'll see how that goes after we've nicely blended it down. Okay, so like I was mentioning, Butter definitely starts to show up on olive skin tone, and it gives this beautiful, nice yellow tinge, which almost color corrects my dark under eyes. Since it is a lighter shade than my natural skin tone, I did start with the inner eye and I used a lot of the shade to brighten the inner eye. It helps to bring focus back in the middle and create that shape of your face that you've basically lost after using the foundation. I'm definitely happy with this side, but I'm gonna have to powder it down. We are also going to be testing Melon on this side of the face because this is a pure concealer. It isn't a color corrector shade, so I wanted to test it on its own. I'm using a new brush because I don't want any of the color corrector to come on this side of the face. And we're gonna start with the inner eye. As I can see already, this too is a lighter shade than my natural skin tone. So I'm just gonna have to work with it, start from the inner eye and move outward. Now that I'm back with melon on one side and peach and butter on the other, here are my final thoughts. After powdering it down, I have realized that my skin does feel very healthy. It almost feels nourished. I'm not sure if there is a moisturizing element in any of these concealers, but it does seem to work. I definitely enjoyed both the color correctors on this side, but I am a fan of the shade Melon here because even with one swipe, it had good enough pigment in order to just color correct as well as almost conceal the under eye. It has definitely brightened my under eyes and I can definitely see myself using it more. And it does work best with your fingers or a brush. I wouldn't waste a sponge or maybe waste the product because of a sponge. And I'm also happy that it did not crease very quickly, unlike a lot of concealers out there which are thick, so they start to crease very quickly. I had a moment where I could easily powder it and it still looked seamless and beautiful. The product is definitely less compared to any other concealer because you only get 10 ml, but you can't really expect drugstore from Fenty. I would definitely reach out for it for that light coverage. And I could see myself using it more often just because it's so handy and easy to put in a bag or just for your travel use. I do find the packaging also very easy to use. It is nice to squeeze it out and I have a nice screw-on cap, unlike one of those click-on caps which can start to spill the product. Even though there is spillage in the product, it wouldn't come out because of the screw-on. I am very happy with the product, though I would have preferred a little bit more coverage, but that's okay, you can always build it up. But the main thing here is that it is so comfortable to wear, so I would give a thumbs up for the quality. Now this is all for my review of the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on the product. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you next week, but until then, you take care, love yourself and stay happy. Bye.